Hello you guys, I am back with another video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So this is pretty much going to be a compilation of my spring break week that I was home with my kids, just trying to get a few miscellaneous projects around the house done. So that is pretty much what this video is going to be all about today. So I hope you are ready for this roller coaster of a video. So I am in my office, in my son's room. I have a little DIY for you guys. It's quite a bit that's going on in this video today, but these are all of the things that I needed to get done, just hadn't really had time to. And being that it was spring break, I just took the time to just tackle these tasks. So the first thing that I'm going to start off with is in my office. And if you did not know, I started here on YouTube doing makeup. So if you are wondering, like, girl, why do you have so much foundation? Why do you even have this much makeup? That is why. I do still actually have a makeup channel. I have just been absent over there because I am just kind of been more focused over here on my cleaning channel. But if you are interested, I can link that channel down below for you guys. So I just thought it was about time that I went through all of my makeup, got rid of things that were expired, things that I just had no use for anymore, things I just didn't like anymore, kind of grew out of. And that is pretty much what I'm doing here. I went through my entire cabinet of makeup and now it is organized how I want it. So pretty much I just kind of rematched the foundations to me. Of course, there's always a summer shade and a winter shade. So I was just making sure that I had enough of those shades and making sure that I had enough of my bases and stuff like that when it came to foundations. Other than that, I also went through like my concealers. There were a few that I needed to get rid of as well. This Huda foundation, I was so upset with when I first got because I was color matched. I don't know if it was the lighting in that place or what, but that is definitely not my shade. And that was $40, you guys. So, but anyways, so that is pretty much what I'm just doing here. I'm just going through all of the foundations and concealer drawers. This is pretty much everything that I decided to keep still though out of those, out of that drawer. So now I'm just going to just wipe it down and kind of reorganize everything that goes in here. So a quick little tip is if you are having trouble pumping out your foundation, just soak it in some really hot water and some dish soap. Let it sit for a couple of hours just to kind of melt that foundation, and then place it back on and pretty much just pump it out and it will be coming out as good as new. So if you are having issues pumping out your foundation for any reason, just take off the part that the product comes out of, just pop that off and then just soak it in hot water. So crazy enough, I am actually sitting and wiping down every single product. These are the tedious tasks that you just don't have time to do. Like, you need to wipe down the products. You maybe give like a quick wipe, but like I really went in while I was cleaning out this area of my office / makeup room. So I just made sure that I was sanitizing every single item that I was keeping. Like I said, it's one of those tedious tasks that you usually probably don't have time to sit and really do, but being that my kids are on spring break, I just really just utilized the time that I had to just sit and just kind of relax in my office and do this. Let me know if your kids are still on spring break, or if they just got on spring break, or if they are returning back to school. Mine just returned back to school on the 10th. So I know there are a few followers over on Instagram whom's kids actually just started spring break. So it's so interesting to me that districts are so different depending on where you live. And I know that is really based on like weather and things like that. But I am really curious. I know my kids have a week, but there are a few kids, honestly, down the street from where we live that have still been out of school. So I don't know if they are out of school a little bit longer for their spring break or what, or honestly, if they actually just started their spring break, I'm not sure. But I am very interested on seeing if your kids are actually on spring break or if they have already returned back to school. So now I'm just going through all of my concealers and lid primers and all of that stuff. I usually don't use like a lid primer when I'm doing my makeup. I usually just use concealer. So I think I pretty much got rid of my like specific lid primers, and I just kept all my concealers because they were all really good. I know the one from Juvia's Place, and also the like a foundation, the ones that are in the container right there in front of me, those are actually foundations, but I do use those as bases. Those are LA Colors foundations, truly matte foundations, and they work really, really well. So I'm just sharing these this information with you guys because, like I said, I did start here on YouTube in makeup, and that is kind of what we're working on right now. So definitely, if you have any like other questions about makeup related stuff, you are more than welcome to ask me about it. And if you would like to see content on makeup and things like that, let me know that as well. Like, I do not mind filming any extra content for that channel. It's just I just kind of shift gears to cleaning because that is what I do more so than makeup. So let me know. Okay, so now it is time to start cleaning these makeup palettes. I have so many makeup palettes, you guys, that have barely even hit pan. And I have a lot of duplicate palettes. I bought some when they were on sale, and then I turned around and my sister gifted me a whole bunch when I was in my phase of doing makeup. So I have a lot of duplicates and I love these palettes. So that is pretty much what I am doing here. I'm just going to give them a good cleaning. And if you have a makeup palette, take something circular, put a wipe over it and wipe over it, and it'll get all of the palette all cleaned up and good to go for you to use. So there goes another little tip if you did not know. You've probably seen it floating around TikTok, but it is super helpful just to make your palettes nice and clean. So initially how this was set up was that everything was kind of everything. All of my palettes were together. There was really no kind of system to it. So now I've categorized it to palettes that are neutral and palettes that are colorful. Those are actually now at the bottom of this dresser system, and the neutral ones are where I will be able to just reach and grab those ones. And it's so much more functional and just really thought through to the things that I use on a regular basis. And then I am now picking up all of the last little things that are left here on the floor because it is nighttime now and I am ready to go to bed. So now it is now the next day, and as you see, the office was not too bad, but this creator corner that I call it, because this is where I put everything content related, was a little bit of a mess. So all I'm gonna do is just bag up all of the flowers and eggs and stuff that I used for Easter or didn't get a chance to use for Easter, and I'm just gonna bag that up and put it away for the next year. So that is what I'm doing here. This box was actually massive. This was actually a backdrop that I turned into a box, then now is downsized to a smaller box because this one was really big. But it does serve a great purpose because anytime I buy anything content related, I just put in the box and it just stays in that corner until it's time to use it. So everything is gonna go up and put away, and then I am just gonna go ahead and finish up in this office. Once I'm done in here, I'm gonna move on over into my son's room. So if this is your first time watching any of my videos, this room here is my 6-year-old son's room. And it was time that we did a little bit of a declutter. I regularly declutter his room because he gets new toys or he inherits new clothes or just things just kind of get a little crazy. Not too crazy, but organized chaos. So it was just time to get in here and just kind of refresh it once again. Like I said, I do this pretty often to his room because, like I said, he's 6 and he's outgrowing things. Okay, and this was a container that I left up here that I needed to sort out, that I didn't even bother with that. I didn't even sort it. I think I tucked it underneath his bed, honestly. Let's just be honest here. I didn't even get to that, but I did organize the rest of his stuff for the most part. And also I do use his closet a little bit for storage because I have some heavy jackets that just don't fit in my closet. And I put them in here because he doesn't have that much stuff hung up. So like I said, it was just time to get in here. figure out what toys just were missing parts. And this was a full day of work, you guys. Like, I lost some of the footage of this process. No, I deleted it because I wasn't going to film, and I was like, you know what, it's just too much of a headache, and I went to delete it. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I'm glad that I was able to add it into this compilation of cleaning for spring cleaning. So this was honestly like hours. I was so frustrated. I actually moved the bunk bed to the other side of the room. I ended up moving it back. It was a complete disaster in this space. I was just gonna say forget it and walk out of here. I think I got to that point and I was like, no, Janay, you have to finish his room. He has to have somewhere to lay. So I muscled through it. I woo-sawed a little bit. I just grabbed a bite to eat, took a moment, recuperated. And sometimes that is what is needed. You just have to walk away from a situation and come back to it, and with a fresh mind, a fresh heart, fresh motivation. And that is definitely what was needed to get this room completed, you guys. Like, if you guys would have seen the hassle and roller coaster that I took myself through. Like I said, I took myself through it because I don't know why I do that, but it was crazy, you guys. But it got done. Everything got organized and sorted out. I did not get around to doing his clothes yet, so that should be coming up soon in another video. I do need to take care of that. But yeah, so I'm just taking everything out of his closet, making sure that he has all of the cords and controllers to all of his his little race cars and monster trucks and all that good stuff, and getting rid of some of his Beyblade arenas. I think he had like 4 of them. So there was a lot going on in this little boy's room, and it needed to be taken care of. And then you will also see that we went ahead and if you've seen like the post over on my Instagram, if you follow me over there, I did out of the magic tracks, did the word play, but then it started to come apart. So I went ahead and, well, actually my son actually helped me. We took that apart, and he actually helped me refresh the space. So before we even get to that play wall right there that I'm showing you guys here, we are starting to sort out this mess. Like I said, there was so much stuff to sort, and I started this process first, and then I was like, let's go ahead and move the bunk bed. So yeah, I ended up having to resort it all. So now I'm just having the little guy start to remove the magic tracks, and he did such a good job being a great mom's helper and dance sesh. So he was taking those off while I was taking out some of the screws, but as you see here, he wanted to participate in taking that out. So that is what I allowed for him to do. He loves to help with the power tools and stuff like that, of course, being supervised. So his room, he gets to do the work. So that is what he's doing here. And he's just removing all the screws that mom put into the wall. And then he will also be patching up all of the holes as well. So as you see, he is using the Dex painter putty to fill the holes, and look at how great of a job he did. Like, when mommy doesn't have to do it, it's always amazing. So this is pretty much how his room turned out. Super organized, put his puzzles up top, used some crates that were in that bench seating up top. And yeah, we're not gonna talk about the bed, but he makes his own bed as he should, and it works for me. And hello, SpongeBob. And yeah, and this is the little guy, and this is his space. So all I did was took my 4 cardboard pieces, opened them up, and I just duct taped them together. So I laid them flat and then duct taped them together, cut off the piece that was like on the edge of the box. This piece, I just cut off all 4 pieces of that, and now I'm just going to measure it up against my wall over here really quick, just to see if I need to add anything. Okay, so this is actually much longer than I need it. I do want it to go all the way up to the wall though. So let's see. Actually, let's pull it forward right now, just so that because if I mess up the cut, then you're not gonna see it. Right above the lettering, just to be safe. And then if I need to cut off more, then we can just always cut off more. But I think that'll get me at the height that I'm looking for. So I went ahead and cut off about this much off the bottom of the box because it was just way too high, and I wanted to go from the ceiling to about the beginning of the glass piece that I have behind me. So I went ahead and cut off about this much. Like I said, I did it at the bottom, so if I need to take off any more, then I could just take it off from the bottom to get it to the size that I'm wanting. So now I'm just gonna go back over to the wall to just match it up to see if it is the size that I'm desiring, and if it is, then I'm gonna go ahead and start with the wrapping. If not, then I'll just come back and, like I said, cut off a little bit more until I get it right. So work. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna die from cardboard. I'm gonna die with cardboard smacking me in my face. Yeah. So, here we go. All right, so. Boom, baby. Yeah. All right. I like it. I like it. Do you like it?
I do. I like it a lot.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die from cardboard. Oh my Lord. I need to turn my camera. I need to turn it. Do not come apart. I don't have any more tape. All right, so now we're just gonna take some tape, regular Scotch tape, and I am not worried about the back. All I'm worried about is making sure that I'm wrapping the tape and touching the box. I don't want to be in between where like there's a gap, because that's kind of going to defeat the purpose right at the edge. And then we're not going to worry about the back side of it just yet. We're going to get these laid down and taped all around, and then we'll do the edges once we're finished. I'm just going to go ahead and secure these edges. And I'm going to do this very gently because this is paper. This is wrapping paper. This is not contact paper, so it's not thick. And I'm just going to secure it with some tape. That is it. If I have enough duct tape, I will go back over this strip around the perimeter of this and secure it a little bit more. But right now, just to show you guys what I'm doing, I am just going to go ahead and secure this like so. All right, so this is what you should have when you flip it back over. Right now it looks a little flimsy. Granted, it is out of paper and cardboard, but I love how this looks. So now we're gonna go ahead and try to put it on the wall. I'm just going to secure it for now with some tacks. That tack all the way up there. Awesome. Oh, it's so great having this all done. Oh, but you're not done yet. Okay. Guys, so this is what it looks like. I am totally in love with this. It came out so good. I'm just gonna need to secure this one spot here with the tack, and then I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like when I put everything back. All right, you guys, so here is how the office backdrop looks, and I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. And that will conclude today's compilation video of my spring break with my kids. I hope you guys had an amazing Easter as much as we did. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Make sure you guys are subscribed and click that bell so that you don't miss any future uploads. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, you guys.